Well, good evening, everyone. It is indeed Light Language Monday, and I still have 2 hours left in Light Language Monday. So I am back in New York, and I just stepped in poop. Yay! Great. Yes! I'm not joking because I just got back yesterday from Florida, and my backyard is a bizarre mess. I'm getting dive bombed by bugs. And the only light, the only light is the light from the lamppost that's out here. So yeah, it was like a really hot and steamy day. And I have an old house and I don't have central air. As a matter of fact, I only have one air conditioning unit that kind of cools my downstairs. But I want to talk to you a little bit today before I get into the light language. A little bit about change and a little bit about authenticity to ourselves. When I went through my separation and divorce and subsequent growth, I kept looking at, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Why did he do? Why did he do? Why did he do? And it was a lot of, and there was, one particular time I remember he would do this and he would say that and he would do this and he would say that. But really, and to be honest with you, I don't know how it would work while you're in a relationship because I figured this all out after my relationship was over. But I think when there is communication, there has to be no bullshit, no snarkiness, no recalling of the past. Just, you can't be living in the past, and you can't, in both ways, you can't live into the past in fantasizing about it, and you can't live in the past in bringing it up and throwing it back in someone's face. You just can't do that. You kind of have to live in the now, and you have to focus in on the feelings that you have and why you have those feelings. I experienced a lot of feelings of unworthiness in the sense of, I felt all the time like I wasn't enough. I wasn't appreciated. I was always wrong, and it took a huge toll on me. I think my ex was caught in kind of a nasty cycle of his thoughts. And I think if you're working to repair a relationship, you've got to drop the nastiness 100%. Drop the arguments, drop the nastiness, and look at your own feelings and say to yourself, why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling this way? And if the other person is off the deep end, then you have to forgive them for being off the deep end and say, well, then he's off the deep end, and this is going to stop, because you can only deal with somebody who is in the same frame of mind, or at least wants to be in the same frame of mind as you. Therapy is important, things are important, but if you or your partner, your spouse, are not honest with yourselves, then, that's what you have to work on before anything can happen. So I also want to talk to you a little bit about past life. I do believe in our souls living multiple lives. This is not, the whole YOLO movement, you only live once. It's not true. You don't only live once. You live many times, and you have lived, and you live congruent existences. I'm convinced, because of different dreams that I've had, that I'm actually a doctor, and I'm really skinny. Damn. Yeah. Like this, she's a female doctor. I want to say she's in the Midwest somewhere. I had a dream, and I looked down and I felt and I saw her pelvis. She was like a freaking marathon runner. Not what I am in this voluptuous existence. But maybe that's why I am voluptuous in this existence, because I need to experience what it's like not to be super fit. I also think I was a dancer. I've been given clues because, how the heck do I know how to move so well if I wasn't no dancer in a past life? Dang. It's true. If you've ever seen me dance, you're like, oh my God, Anne-Marie, you're such a good dancer. And I'm like, okay, yeah. I just got it going on, man. No, but I was told in a reading that I had done, let's say you spent 3 lifetimes being a dancer, and this lifetime you wanted to explore something else. Well, guess what? This lifetime I'm an artist and a vocalist and a soprano. I did not become a professional dancer. That wasn't anything that I did, but it kind of makes sense to me. I'm sorry, I'm wiping up all the bugs that are like flying onto me right now. So I also received a healing. I went through such a depression. Holidays are hard, but I remember saying to myself in January, I went away, and it had to do with relationships. Why was I alone? And why was I unhappy about it? Like, I shouldn't be unhappy. I have manifested a very nice living. I took a trip all by myself. I went skiing, enjoyed a lot. I had a great time. But why was I so dang lonely? That brought me to tears, that I was so upset. And then I had a reading from someone that brought through, believe it or not, the soul of a husband of mine in a past life, where I was a singer, but I was always stopped. I was not allowed to because of the time and the place where we were married. The man was the man, he had control, and he could not deal with a wife that was constantly joyful. He didn't understand it because it wasn't congruent with his personality. I call him Don Jose. We were in Spain in the 1800s, and he asked my forgiveness. He told me that he is afraid that the trauma he inflicted upon that incarnation came over and is still affecting me as being not worthy and not good enough. And I'm telling you what, after he asked me that forgiveness, and I mean the emotions were guttural, like the crying was a type of cry I'd never done, and believe me, I've done a lot of crying, but I'd never done that kind of like soul-wrenching crying anymore. And ever since then, I could have a man or I could not have a man. It just don't matter, honey. Whenever I get one, I'm happy. If I ain't got one, I'm happy too. Because I am at peace within myself. How many of us can really say that? And I so encourage you to seek a path of peace. One of the biggest things to do is to release whatever pain you might have from your past. Anything that you feel, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, why did I do that? If I didn't do that, then this wouldn't have happened, and that would have happened, and we still would have been together, or he wouldn't have done that to me, and that's all got to stop. I have encountered the what if game several times in my life, and it's useless. It is not of God, let's put it that way. And depending on how far you go with that what if game, it can be quite demonic. It can be quite negative and swirl you down into a cycle of depression and sadness and self-loathing. You must forgive yourself immediately from whatever you may have done. I got into an argument with my mom a couple days ago, and you know, how can I do that? How can I allow that to happen? I don't know, but you know, I got into an argument with her, and I left the house because I needed to be alone. I know when I need to get away. And I breathed, and I went to the beach, and thank God I was able to go and dip my feet in the water, and I grounded myself. So number one, you must forgive yourself. Number two, you must regularly monitor your emotions and exit when it becomes something that is not going to take you to peace. And all of this has to be an acute self-knowledge. You must know yourself, and you must know what is right and wrong for yourself. It's a long journey, but you can do it. I gave you the name of a couple of books to work on, and I want you to look up a couple of people on the internet and seek your knowledge wisely. Seek your knowledge wisely and seek it in a way that makes sense to you. Okay? I sought knowledge from Jesus. I mean, I'm a card-carrying member of the Catholic Church. Who else am I going to go to but Jesus Christ? And on the beginning of my journey, I remember channeling, going to YouTube and typing, you know, channeling Jesus, or I don't remember what exactly I typed, but 2 things came up, 3 things came up. Hi, kitty. The first one was channeling Jesus. A whole series of lectures from Jesus and her collective guides called Ananda. Shh. Oh! Okay, channelingjesus.com. And on YouTube, it's Channeling Jesus and Ananda. And she is the person, she is the channeler that introduced me to Jesus now. I mean, come on, the soul doesn't die. The soul doesn't die, and Jesus isn't just stuck up in heaven. He's with us every single day, walking with us, listening to us. You know what the trick is that we never, ever learn? We sit there and we plead and we petition and we plead and petition, but we don't expect anything. Because in traditional religions, you're not worthy. I spent a week with my mom going to Mass, and all I heard, prayer after prayer, song after song, what a sinner am I, what a sinner am I, what an unworthy bucket of shit am I. And I'm like, I'm not a bucket of shit. I'm a pretty damn good person. I'm a good human being. Why do I have to feel like I'm not worthy of love, especially love from God and love from Jesus? Are you kidding me? I'm a human being, and human beings are not perfect, but we are, damn it. We're perfect within ourselves, and that's all that really matters. All right, so off the sidetrack, channeling Jesus. The other channeler that I was really drawn to, and there's a lot out there. There's not just these two. And you might say, oh, looking at somebody who closes their eyes and mumbles, maybe you don't, that's not up to you, but that is not for you. But dang it, listen to the message, man. Listen to the message. The other thing that worked for me was another lovely human being named Pamela Arelin. Pamela Arelin trans-channels higher beings, ascended masters, even God, even the earth, the things that she channels, it's extraordinary. And I tell you what, listening to this for the first time, you're like, Anne-Marie, you're fucking crazy. You're listening to people who say that that's all the devil, okay, the D word. I tell you what, if it was the devil can't stand this kind of love, okay? I've encountered the devil. The devil is about fear and pulling you away from God, not taking you to God, okay? Now, there are liars, there are fakers, but as you work on your journey into love and into peace, you'll be able to discern, I just don't like the look in his eye. All right, you don't like the look in his eye? Check, move him, close down the page, don't pay attention. You must be able to do what is good for you. I'm telling you what did it for me. So, okay, so today I'm done. I'm done talking. I revealed a little bit more about myself and my spiritual journey. Talk to you about self-forgiveness. Going back to getting with my mom, I had to forgive myself for that and not beat myself up. And it's a tough thing to do when you're dealing with someone who's elderly, but you have to understand that they have created the world that they live in. And they come along with their own set of issues and problems that they are working through. And it is on me to be forgiving and to love them regardless. To control my emotions, I had to get a very thick skin. And, it's hard to do. It's hard to do, but you got to do it. Okay, so, Rambling Light Language Monday, T-minus, I'm getting bitten, T-minus, I don't know, half an hour, I don't know. But here it goes. Love and blessings to all. And keep your vibrations up. Live in joy and live in peace. And seek peace mostly in your heart before anything else. Okay? Love to you all. God bless you. Okay, I'm getting eaten. Sorry, not much light language today, but anyway.